Hey everyone, this is Keyblade007 and we got a new high score challenge. Yes, it's that time again, high score challenge. Make Aladdin and Genie and Aladdin and Abu yours. That's a lot of end. This high score challenge is another short 1 week one from the May 15th to May 22nd. Prepare your Keyblades for another high score challenge. Prizes this time include the Aladdin and Genie Medal and Aladdin and Abu Medal, and more. Get great rewards by raising your score and aiming for the top of the rankings. You can boost your score in the high score challenge by equipping medals from the following price deal. Equip the bonus medals on your Keyblade to maximize your score. Now these medals are actually pretty good. Aladdin and Genie is a magic upright, tier 4. They still haven't given us any tier 5 since HD Beast, I think, which sucks, but they're giving us what Japan had last year, so they're making up for it. Deals 13 extremely powerful hits and raises power and magic base strength by 2 tiers for 2 turns, single target, 2 gauge. That's fantastic, especially for people that don't have the buffers, but that's really good on Keyblades like the Mughal O Glory, which is magic and power based. So yeah, that's really good. Abu and Aladdin's also really good, except for the 4 gauge part. It's a 4 gauge upright green metal. Deals 13 extremely powerful hits, raises power and speed-based strength by 2 tiers for 1 turn. That's great for the Olympia, or just like in general if you don't have a buffer for power or speed. You could use it either or. I'd recommend putting an SP 1 or 2 on it though, because 4 is... Use medals with high special attack damage multipliers, playing you up by focus on enemies you can defeat. Equip score bonus medals. You know the goal by now. We'll talk about that in a minute. So your objectives, as always, defeat X amount or more enemies, this time 10. So your objectives are you defeat 10 or more enemies, you get 30 jewels, 15 or more special attacks, you get a chip, and collect 500 more Lux, you get a Dale. Usually just by completing the high score challenge you get all these objectives. The growth egg, level 25, is your final guy. As you know, I like to do these challenges with a 0% Keyblade. Let's talk about the medals. 21% we got Key Art 7. 21% we got Key Art 6. We got Illustrator Roxas for 14% from the last deal. HD Naminé again from the last deal, 14%. If you did the VIP, you got Illustrator Halloween Sora. You could stack these to get a good percentage. You got KH Riku, a tier 2 medal. It's because of that Nova deal these are here, but that's great for a lot of people. KH Cloud, Mulan, Tifa, KH2 Leon A, and Auron, my old favorite buddy. So I think I've max guilted every one of these. But yeah, it's like they're all 10%. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, they could really help, and it's a very high chance you have them. Some people sold them or got rid of them when they guilted them, or they just got rid of them for space. Bad idea, guys, because it's always good to hoard the medals, at least one of each. I have gotten every one of these except for this lovely lady right here, who is probably the rarest of them all instead of the fairest of them all, because you've seen my pull videos. I have not gotten one of her at all, and that could really help me. But we're going in with 0. It's a choose your path type, so I'm going to do every single color path with 0%, just no L method style. Just going to rough through it as hard and fast as I can, give you an idea of what it looks like in terms of your damage and stuff. Let's go back for a sec. Let's look at the rewards. So you get 500,000 gives you a mirror, 750,000 gives you 2 Chippendales times 3 each, the 5-star version. 1 million gives you a Sid, 2,500,000 gives you 2 mirrors, 3 million gives you your first Aladdin and Abu and Huey, Dewey, Louie. 5 million gives you a Chippendale, the 6-star. 5,500,000 gives you Aladdin and Abu and 2 Huey, Dewey, Louie's, which Mickey and Brooms would appear on these, or Brooms. 6 million gives you Aladdin and Abu and Huey, Dewey, Louie times 2. 6,500,000 gives you 5 mirrors. 7 million gives you your final Aladdin and Abu and Huey, Dewey, Louie times 2, and 7,250,000 gives you your Aladdin and Genie times 2, which is the big medal, and getting that puts you in a pretty good spot in the ranking. Speaking of the ranking, we'll look at the rewards. First place to 1,000 places where you want to aim, you get the 4 dotted medal, which I still wish they'd stop doing this because it really ruins getting trades. You only have the 2 chances from the rewards. You get 2 3-dotted ones, so that instant guilt's right there, and you could just re-roll the other ones. 3 magic mirrors. They brought magic gems back again, which was on the last high score, so that's great. I'm so happy about that. Chip and Dale. And as you know, I didn't do good on the last high score challenge. I got the 2nd tier. My buddy Reaper is right next to me in the ranking. It's pretty awesome. He's in my party. So you want to get at least 7 mil, 250,000 to get all the reward at the minimum. So I'm taking no friend medals that have percentage. Alright, so first you want to see you have all 3 guys. You choose your path by going down that way. I'm going to kill them all because that's still score. And we're going to go with the power path, because my medals deal waft damage except for key art. Alright, let's go. So right away you see bag of coins. There's going to be one of these on every one of them except for its own color. There's not a lot of enemies, so it's pretty quick to do. Your armor knight, you're just going to find a level 100, like the magic would have the wizard, for example. The magic one is the only one I usually do because my speed is on par with like anything. If you saw my guilt video, you understand why. It's going to be separated by a few different rooms. And we have a level 200 enemy. Ignore the siren in the background, that's just, you know, the outside world being annoying, cutting into us. Oh, I hate this map. Your level 250 seems to be the defender on this one. So it goes only up to 350 this time. This is your second to last enemy. The last enemy is probably always going to be a copter fleet of said color. I think on average you can get 4 to 5 mil just by powering through it without any L method. Yeah, this is the final guy except for the target enemy. So this one is your last chance to get any big score off of. And that's it. Kyrie does great against this guy because he only hits 1, so you get the maximum score by doing a Kyrie attack, which breaks through that defense. Okay, now I'm going to silently go through the next paths. I'm going to fast forward this now. And then we'll do a percentage path, which gives us max or over the max score, and I'll give you some tips. We're going to do speed this time. So I think I did a little bit better on that path. It was still about average, so now we're going to do the magic path, which is my favorite path. And then I'll show you a path with the build I currently used to get my highest score that you saw on screen. And I'll show you a build I'm tinkering with to get a higher score with a lower percentage. So as I said, I would do the best on the magic path because my key art is speed, which kills magic, so got a little bit more points out of that last one. Alright, let's take this seriously now. Alright, so here is my build. This is an extremely SP heavy build because these medals are ridiculously high in gauge. This guy, 4, but he does a nice defense down, 4. You could use Naminé here if you got it. It's another 4, but it powers up my final guy, which is illustrated Halloween Sora, which has 3 gauge. It also has extra, so that helps. That's 70%. My Sleeping Lion. And I take Reaper's Sora because it has no levels or anything. Just like mine, they're all weak. And that's 91%. And that got me that 8 something. But we're going to L method now, so we're going to be smart about this. Maybe I'll beat my old score by a little bit. So I have to be very conscientious with this build. I can't just use everything, and I can't even L method as good as I want to because it has such high percent. It's good, but because it has 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, it's bad because I have no restoration thing on here. So I have to sacrifice that one to do this to them. Because the ideal thing is to always want to use the Halloween Sora. Especially if attack boosts 4 procs. So it's a little RNG with that. One thing worth mentioning is these guys, you can cheese them a little bit because they heal. So if you could survive their attacks, you can actually get a little more score out of them. So that's why I didn't outright kill them just now. Little bonus. That gives me a nice little bit of chunk. Your main percentage is going to come, your main score is going to come from these guys, and then one's in the next room. So we have another sleeping flower that we could try to cheese a little bit. Like I said, I can't use too many specials because it ends up hurting me more. So this guy I can't really cheese too well. But look at that score pile up. And your final guy, the Copter Fleet. I'm gonna go all out on his ass. Literally using everything in my arsenal. That's a pretty cool attack. Ungilted Roxas is still pretty strong. And we got attack boost 4 to proc. That's really good. And I beat my record. Nice. Sorry, Reaper. I'm not going to be seeing you anymore. Nice. Now to go over the rewards, we have the objective rewards of the 30 jewels, the Chip, and the Dale. Then we have the Magic Mirror, the Chip and Dale set from the score. Sid, Magic Mirror, your first Aladdin and Abu. 2 Magic Mirrors, an Aladdin and Abu, Huey, Dewey, Louie. Dale, Chip, Aladdin and Abu again. Huey, Dewey, Louie times 2, Aladdin and Abu, Huey, Dewey, Louie times 2. 5 Magic Mirrors, which I always love. 1 Aladdin and Abu, I think the last one, Huey, Dewey, Louie times 2, and your Aladdin and Genie times 2. Alright, so let's look at my ranking now. That put me decently high up. And let me show you some ideas I've been tinkering with for this high score challenge. So feast your eyes on this. So you could use any 2 key art medals for the 21%. A shared key art medal. I got Kyrie for restoration, and I have Zalvin B, which, you know, is good with that one hit to concentrate all of that fine, beautiful score into one little bit. Nothing is lost. No hits are lost. That's great. Illustrated Kyrie, really good for restoration for these two. If, like my friend Reaper, he has this similar build, but he uses max gilded Naminé here to copy the Zaldin B, which is ridiculously strong. So you could use 2 Zaldin Bs in a row, 1 for 0. So that's also pretty good, but it is a lower percent, as I'll show you. It's only 63%, but you could definitely get max score for the rewards, at least with I think 50 something someone in my party did. But with this, even though it's not 90, I did come really close to my rank. I just didn't have proccing the way I wanted it to be. I didn't get everything perfectly aligned in one of my methods. So I'm going to test this a few more times, because otherwise I think I might be capped out at the rank. Alright guys, that's my high score challenge video. Gave you some ideas. You have a lot of medals to use. You could definitely get a decent score to at least pull at least one of the Aladdin medals. So definitely try hard. Use the tier 2s that you have in your disposal. Good luck. Peace out.